Hi, Joe Majori with Desert Dimensions Properties, coming to you from our new conference room and our new and improved offices. We're very, very excited. Talking to you about foreign investors in U.S. real estate, specifically the tips and considerations for those foreign investors. The two considerations that I think are the most important for foreign investors that are considering, a U.S. investment in real estate, the first one is timing. Timing, not necessarily just with regards to the market and where the market is at, but also with regards to exchange rates. Foreign investors are very often, they're primarily cash buyers. It's rare that you see a foreign investor who's purchasing with financing. So it's extremely important that their timing is good for leveraging a U.S. dollar versus their foreign currency. It's extremely important, in addition to what the timing of the market in general is. The other consideration for a foreign investor is FIRPTA, which is the Foreign Investors in Real Property Tax Act. That specifically refers to when a foreign investor sells the property, not necessarily purchases it, and it applies to a tax that's withheld on the property and the proceeds of the sale. There's a lot of ins and outs to it. Some sales are not applicable, some are, but it's something that an investor is going to need to consider depending on how long they're going to hold it, if it's something that they plan on using, to basically benefit from the appreciation and so on and so forth. The tips are fairly simple. The first tip that I would always recommend to both a foreign investor and an investor who is out of state or just not in the geographic area where that property is would be a home warranty. It's extremely important to have that coverage, especially if you're not familiar necessarily with the area, the repairs that are very common in this area. So for example, out here, we've got AC repairs that are fairly obvious, but we also have issues with garbage disposals when properties sit vacant for a long time. So it's important that investors, I think, have a home warranty on those properties. The other thing, which is by far the most important, is to have a good team of people. That is either your realtor and your property manager, or your realtor property manager who's the same person. But that is the most important thing for especially somebody who is not going to be local to the property to have, is that person that represents their interests, their eyes, their ears locally, can help them maintain the property, can help them maintain the tenants, the relationship. You then take out the factor of different time zones and things like that, and you've got somebody who is always taking care of that property, and that is extraordinarily important. You follow those, cover those bases, you're pretty much going to be good as a foreign investor in U.S. real estate. I'm Joe Majori with Desert Dimensions Properties. Thanks.